Hey, let's talk about something that every guy goes through, but nobody likes to admit how much it stings. You meet a woman you're interested in. You feel a connection. You start talking, and then nothing. The texts go unanswered. The replies get shorter. In person, she looks right past you. Being ignored is one of the most confusing and frustrating experiences in dating, and it can send your mind into a tailspin, trying to figure out what you did wrong. Your first instinct is probably to do more. Send another text. Try to be funnier. Maybe buy her a drink. You feel this urge to ramp up your efforts to prove your worth, to get her to see what she's missing. But what if I told you that doing more is the very thing pushing her further away? Today, we're not just going to talk about why this happens. We're going to outline a complete shift in your mindset and actions that can turn this entire dynamic on its head. This isn't about learning a few clever lines. It's about understanding the psychology of attraction and learning how to act in a way that naturally draws people to you, especially when they pull away first. So let's first get into the mind of a man who's being ignored. The immediate feeling is one of rejection, which our brains interpret as a kind of social threat. This triggers a panic response. We think, I'm losing her, I have to fix this now. This panic leads to a series of predictable mistakes. The most common one is becoming overly available and persistent. You double text. You start liking all her old photos on social media. You constantly seek her out, trying to force an interaction. From your perspective, you're showing interest. From her perspective, you're signaling neediness. And neediness is the silent killer of attraction. It communicates that your sense of self-worth is dependent on her approval. Another common mistake is to try and fake a high-value status. This was a trap I fell into years ago. I thought if a woman was ignoring me, it was because she thought I didn't have other options. So, what did I do? I'd start subtly mentioning other women, or hint at a busy, exciting social life that wasn't entirely real. It never worked. Women have an incredibly fine-tuned antenna for insecurity. Whether you're being overly persistent or trying to fabricate a persona, the underlying message is the same. Please approve of me. I need your validation. And the moment she feels you need her validation more than you value your own, the game is over. She's not ignoring you because you're a bad guy. She's ignoring you because your actions have inadvertently placed her on a pedestal and communicated that you have a low sense of self-worth. So, if chasing harder and pretending to be someone you're not are the wrong moves, what is the right one? The solution is a profound mental shift. You have to go from being the chaser to being the chooser. Think about it. Who holds the power in any interaction? It's the person who is less attached to the outcome. The person who is evaluating the situation, not desperately seeking approval. The chooser has standards. The chooser is selective. The chaser will take whatever attention they can get. When a woman ignores you, she is subconsciously testing which one you are. Your reaction tells her everything she needs to know. Embracing the chooser mindset means you fundamentally believe that you are the prize. Your time, your attention, and your energy are valuable. Therefore, you are not looking for a woman to validate you. You are looking to see if she is qualified to be a part of your life. This isn't about arrogance. It's about self-respect. When you operate from this frame of mind, your behavior changes automatically. You stop seeking approval, and you start looking for compatibility, for character, for qualities that you genuinely admire, beyond just physical appearance. The beautiful irony is that the moment you start acting like a chooser, you become infinitely more attractive. You become a challenge, a man with standards, and that is magnetic. Now this sounds great in theory, but how do you actually apply this chooser mindset in a real conversation, especially with a woman who has been distant? It begins with a technique I call flipping the script. Instead of you trying to impress her, you create opportunities for her to impress you. You do this by asking questions that go beyond the superficial. These are not interview questions. They are curiosity-driven prompts that invite her to reveal her personality. For example, instead of a boring question like, "So what do you do for fun?" which invites a generic answer, you could make an observation and turn it into a question. You might say, "You seem like you have a really adventurous spirit. What's the most spontaneous thing you've done recently?" This question does several things. It pays her a subtle compliment, it assumes a positive quality, and it encourages her to share a story where she is the cool, interesting protagonist. She is now subtly working to live up to the positive image you've painted of her. She is qualifying herself to you. Here's another example. Let's say she mentions a hobby. Instead of just saying, "Oh, that's cool," you can dig deeper. "That's interesting. What is it about painting that you're so passionate about? Is it the creativity, the focus?" By asking what and why, you're showing that you're interested in the person behind the hobby, not just making small talk. You are filtering for substance. This process makes her invest emotionally in the conversation, and the more a person invests, the more they value the interaction. You are no longer just another guy. You are the one who sees the real her. Another powerful way to embody the chooser mindset is to genuinely notice and vocalize a unique quality you appreciate in her, something that has nothing to do with her looks. Many attractive women are tired of men only complimenting their appearance. It feels generic and shows you haven't been paying attention. A true chooser looks for character. During your conversation, pay attention to how she tells a story, how she treats the waiter, or how she talks about her friends. Then, find a moment to sincerely acknowledge a positive trait. You could say something like, "You know, what I really like about you is that you're genuinely curious. You ask thoughtful questions. That's a rare quality." Or, "It's really refreshing how you don't take yourself too seriously. You have this playful, fun energy that's really cool." A statement like this is incredibly powerful because it's specific and personal. It makes her feel seen and appreciated for who she is, not just what she looks like. It communicates that you have standards and that she is meeting them. She's not just a random woman you're hitting on. You've chosen to engage with her because you noticed something special. This creates a powerful feeling of connection and makes her want to show you more of those positive qualities. She starts to see your attention as a reward, something to be earned, which completely reverses the dynamic of her ignoring you. Finally, a crucial part of being the chooser is recognizing when she is qualifying herself to you and rewarding that behavior. A woman will often test the waters by putting in a little effort to see how you'll react. She might share a personal story, give you a genuine compliment, or playfully touch your arm. These are all signals that she's investing in the interaction and seeking your approval. The chaser often misses these signals or gets too excited. The chooser recognizes them and provides positive reinforcement. If she tells you a story about a challenge she overcame, don't just nod along. Respond with something that validates her effort, like, "Wow, that takes a lot of courage. I really respect that kind of determination." If she compliments you, don't just brush it off. Accept it graciously and smile. "Thank you, I appreciate that." By rewarding her investment, you encourage more of it. You're showing her that when she puts in effort, she gets a positive response from you. This creates a feedback loop where she feels good about trying to impress you, so she continues to do it. You're leading the interaction by making her feel like she is slowly winning you over, which is a compelling and addictive feeling. So let's bring it all together. When a woman ignores you, your old instinct was to panic and chase. Your new response is to take a step back, breathe, and shift into the chooser mindset. You remember that you are the prize. You stop all needy behaviors. When you do interact with her, you flip the script. You ask insightful questions that get her to open up. You notice and acknowledge unique qualities in her personality. And you reward her when she invests in the conversation. This entire strategy is built on a foundation of self-respect. It's about understanding that you cannot control how others act, but you can always control how you react. Sometimes, a woman might ignore you simply because she's not interested, or she's having a bad day, and that's okay. A true chooser understands that not everyone will be a good fit for his life, and he's not afraid to walk away. In fact, the willingness to walk away is the ultimate demonstration of high value. It shows that you don't need any one person to be happy. And that, more than any technique or tactic, is the most attractive quality a man can possess. Thanks for watching. If this mindset shift resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into building unshakable confidence. Let me in the comments what your biggest takeaway was. I read all of them. See you in the next one.